Hey everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to cut a Jennifer Lawrence inspired haircut. And if you've noticed, a lot of celebrities are actually trending this haircut, and I think it's absolutely beautiful on women. And yeah, it's like a variation of a pixie cut, pretty much is a pixie cut, but I mean, come on, look at Audrey Hepburn. She is the definition of class. So yeah, this is my doll head. Her name's Dirty Diana. This is my finished cut. So I'm going to show you guys how to cut this hairstyle. And if you guys have seen my previous haircut, this is what she looked like before, and this is what she looks like now. So let's go ahead and get started. These are my Paul Mitchell scissors. I'm going to use my texturizing scissors and also my 5.5 inch scissors. And I'm just going to part off Miss Dirty Diana in 4 standard sections. So this is section 1, section 2 and 3, and then section 4 on the opposite side of the head. Yeah! Let's go ahead and get into cutting. I don't know, I just felt like I had to say hi there. So yeah, I'm just going to part the top section out of the way, and then the same on the other side. I'm starting in the back because I'm going to build from short to longer length. So I'm going to start in the back where it's going to be at its shortest. So I'm just going to grab like an inch in the middle, and I'm actually going to angle my fingers to guide more of an upwards direction. And here's a tip, don't cut past the second knuckle or else you will bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed. So yeah, if you guys can see, there's a angle in my fingertips that I am, basically that's my guide. So if you guys can see that, it's going to be shortest at the nape, and the length's going to continue to get longer as I move towards the top of the head. So that's why I have that angle with my fingers, and I'm just going to follow that same guide around the head in this section, and then I'm going to move on to the next section. So yeah, this is my face when I'm cutting, like extreme face, like cut it all off. Let's go extreme, let's just cut it all off. Okay, so moving on to the next section, I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did the bottom section, but this is what we call a traveling guide. So basically I'm going to travel that guide up the head. And I'll show you here in a second what I mean by that. So the length is right there in section 1. I'm going to continue to cut that same upward motion into section 2. And as I move the sides of the head, I'm going to start pulling the hair forwards so that I save length. So it's going to look kind of weird at first. You're going to see more hair in the front by the ear, which is on purpose. That's what you want if you're not sure how much length you really want to keep in the front. I want to keep it a little bit more shaggy. I am going to cut around the ears later, but I'm going to save that length for now. So going to the back of the head, I'm going to continue to travel up with that length that I cut in section 2. And just move around the head, and I'm grabbing about 1/2 inch sections. And if you can notice too, you can see the length is really getting longer as I move up the head. Alright, so this is what it looks like now. I know it's not quite a pixie cut yet, but I'm going to go ahead and texturize a little bit, and you can do this by twisting the hair and cutting it. And I'm actually going to have the shortest pieces on the very top of the head and have the bangs be longer. So now just going back and cutting out the ear shape. I like to cut from behind. I think it just kind of makes the cutting a little bit easier. And then you can make this cut a little bit more tight if you grab your clippers. And this is a trick I like to do with my comb, is just angle it upward and then just have the comb be your guard. And if you want to go in tighter with this, just move your comb a little bit closer to the head and voila! But this kind of just evens it out, and you can also even out, if you see any lines or anything, just take your texturizing scissors, and you can do the same thing with the texturizing scissors. So yeah, you can go ahead and clean up the neckline if you want to. I'm actually going to go back in and make this a little bit more feminine, and I'll show you how I do that here in a few seconds. But yeah, I'm just gonna take my clippers and go in a little bit tighter with my clippers, duh. And you can use your comb to help you do this as well. And if this were a real person and not Miss Dirty Diana, I would definitely move her ear a little bit just to make this easier. And now I'm just going back into the other side and cutting out the shape from the ear so you can see her pretty little ear. Pretty little ear! I'm being weird. Okay. Alright, so now I'm just going to take my texturizing shears, and this is how I'm just going to create a little bit more movement in the haircut because her hair is very bulky. If you guys can see that, I think that looks a little bit nicer than what it was before. So yeah, I'm just going to continue to remove, a little bit of weight and thickness by using my texturizing scissors, and it's just a lot looser and flowier this way, which I really like. And I'm going to make the bang area, a little bit lighter too, just so the hair moves softer and flowier and prettier and whatever. So yeah, this is what it looks like now. I'm just going to go back into the neckline and I'm going to make it wispier. So I'm going to point cut that a little bit, and I'm also going to round the corners because I think that makes it look a little bit more feminine and not so masculine. And if you can see, it's shorter here and longer in the front, which is exactly what I want. If you guys see the picture of Jennifer Lawrence's haircut, that is what it looks like. So now that I'm finished with the cut, I'm just going to wash her out, blow dry her, and style her. And we're set. Check this out. Transformation happening here. Gorgeous. I think this is the best a doll head could look with a pixie cut. And I think this look kind of reminds me of Miley's cut. It's just Miley's is like almost shaved on the sides, and this is saving a little bit more length. So yeah, I think this is really cute on chicks. I think they can rock this really well. And yeah, let me know if you guys want to see any more hair cutting tutorials from me. I only have one other one up right now, and I'll link that down below. Subscribe and thumbs up this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!